Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for Unfiltered. Today's guest is a success maximizer, a joy scientist, a motivational teacher, and CEO of Success Uncensored Coaching. Please welcome to our show the incredible Dr. Keita Joy.
Woo!
Yeah, ladies first.
Yes, honey. How are you?
I'm good.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Joy.
I'm in the building.
Well, first of all, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out of your hectic schedule to come and chill with us and chat with us for a minute.
Thank you.
Before we get into all the business, can you tell our viewers just a little bit about your background, your backstory?
Well, how much time do we have? I would just say I have always been a passion-filled only child from the city of the 305, Miami.
Let's go.
Miami. Throw it up real quick. And I grew up with my mom and my father. My dad passed away when I was 11, but he instilled in me just so many amazing qualities that have shaped who I am today as a coach.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you do so much in coaching, but I want to know, what's the motivation behind it? Why'd you start coaching?
Because I grew up in a very dysfunctional family, and it was through a lot of healing and throughout my journey that I realized that dysfunction can still be a part of your destiny. And so my mom, she battled with drugs and alcohol off and on throughout my childhood. I was always seeking validation from other people. And after a while, as I went through my healing journey, I'm like, why do people do what they do? Why do we act like this? Why do we behave and make these type of choices and decisions? And so I got to a place in my life where I'm like, wait a minute, I know there are so many other people who have gone through similar stories like me that I can provide healing and hope for, and that's what I get to do every day.
That's awesome.
Your energy is infectious.
Oh my gosh, that's my word.
It's infectious.
People
I love it. So speaking of your energy, you have been deemed the joy scientist.
Yes.
Can you explain what that is exactly? What that
Absolutely. A lot of times people think that joy is situational and based on your circumstances, and joy is an inside job.
Yes.
So I teach people how to activate the joy that's within them. See, the day is not going to control me. I control the day. And so that's what I do as a joy scientist. I help people activate true joy in their life. And if you can do that, you're going to be a better professional, a better mother, a better everything.
I need that on my playlist in the morning when I get ready for work.
I got you.
I need that.
I got a jolt of energy that I need.
Right,
y'all ready? We ready. Let's
go. Yeah, let's go.
Oh my God. Okay, so how do you help people maximize their full potential?
I do that through a success formula that I came up with. And I say that because I feel like people feel like only Oprah or Tony Robbins or Les Brown are the only ones that can come up with scientific research. I said, I can do it too. I ain't got a doctor for nothing. And I said, let me figure out, what does it take for people to really be successful? Let me look at my own journey and let me do some research. And I did some digging and I realized that you first need to do you. That's part of my success formula. Showing up as your authentic self, knowing your talents, your strengths, and your skills. Then you need to do it well. Do everything in excellence. So I don't do things well just because I'm sitting here with y'all. Even though y'all do make me sit up a little straighter.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta do it right. Dr. Joy, baby.
I gotta come correct. I gotta do it well. But I do it because I know that I'm a child of God.
Exactly.
And so because of that, I need to exude excellence because my Father in heaven exudes excellence.
Amen.
That's right.
And then the third part of the success formula is to do it consistently. Even when you're dealing with hardships, even when you have to overcome barriers, how can you do that and still reach your goals?
Wow.
You know, and so Uncle Luke, I always say that because I'm from Miami. Don't stop getting.
I
got to.
Not Uncle Luke.
Don't stop, get it. Do you, do it well, do it consistently.
I've never heard nobody give me a message with
I throw that in.
Luke message, but thank you.
Wait,
I'm picturing it in my head.
Right?
Think Uncle Luke in the
Uncle
boardroom.
Luke.
A little bit.
When you go
Don't
through
stop.
something,
Get it. Do it consistently.
So, Dr. Joy, I know that you help others find their superpowers.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you feel is your superpower, and what sets you apart from your competitors?
I love that you said that because everything is about alignment. You actually just said the word and didn't even realize it.
Really?
You did. I ain't gonna quiz you. I'm just gonna tell you because you're
Come
like,
on.
ooh, what did I say? What did I say?
School me, Dr. Joy.
Energy.
Energy, okay.
That is my superpower. I'm able to go into a room and shift the atmosphere with my energy. And I used to hear this all the time when I would do keynote speeches and workshops. People would come to me after. They wouldn't say anything about my content. The first thing that will come out of their mouth is, oh my gosh, Dr. Joy, I love your energy.
Yeah.
And finally, God was like, girl, if you don't sit down and unpack what that word means, and what it means is I am somebody that can come into an atmosphere, no matter how you're feeling, you're going to leave with joy. You're going to leave with hope, and I'm going to ignite inspiration in your life. So superpower is energy because everybody can't do that.
That's a gift.
It is.
Yeah.
That
It
is
really
a gift.
Thank you.
And you've got me perked up right now. I could talk to you all day.
Espresso. Like a black.
Then I did my job. I did my job.
Oh my God, we want to talk about so much more. We've got to take a short break.
Oh my God.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Dr. Keita Joy.
Welcome back to the show, guys. We're still on Unfiltered with Dr. Keita Joy, the joy scientist, the brand mogul, everything all in one.
Oh, I love that.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You gave us a shot of energy, so we're gonna keep the energy.
keep it going?
We're gonna keep the energy going.
Okay, let's do it.
So tell us. Give us some detail about Success Uncensored and what that entails.
Absolutely. So I help people to be the best version of themselves through leadership coaching, life skills coaching and development, and brand management. So I help people really figure out how can you have a long-term competitive advantage having a great brand strategy. And then really, how do you show up as a professional, as a true leader, servant leader, transformational leader.
Wow, so you cover every aspect of what that brand needs inside out.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So when it comes to coaching and working with their clients, what is the most common skill that you generally see lacking in the African American community?
Ooh.
Ooh. It's a whole list of them.
I know. I'm like, hold on. The first thing is we have tried to assimilate for so long in order to be successful that so many men and women in the African American community don't know what it looks like for them to truly show up as their authentic self. They've spent their whole life, their parents have taught them, you need to assimilate and be more like this white man that you see. You need to assimilate and talk like them, behave like them, not understand that the true gift that lies inside of you is when you are your authentic self, which is doing you. And so I help the African American community heal, because that's a trauma response.
Right.
We got to let that assimilation go and really figure out what does it mean for you to lead authentically. And then the other thing is when you're not comfortable in your own skin, it's hard for you to get outside your network and build relationships with other people. But that's a key component in any successful endeavor that you want to embark on. You have to know how to create relationships with people that don't look like you. They may not talk like you. They may not have your background.
A lot of people don't know how to do that.
They don't know how to do that. They feel so uncomfortable in their own skin. And then they exude that with other people. And then it repels. People don't gravitate towards that.
Sign up for your
I got you.
for your program.
I got you.
You said a mouthful when you went. So you are also a published author. Yes,
ma'am.
I see the book.
Come on, book.
Come on, book.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about your book and what people can expect when they read it.
Thank you. I tell people all the time, it came truly from my own life experiences and figuring out how did I get from being a school counselor to now, like you said, being a brand mogul, a huge joy maximizer, success researcher. How did I get to this place? And it was from those principles of doing you, doing it well, and doing it consistently. So in the Success Uncensored book, it unpacks those principles and we dive deeper. So I love T.D. Jakes when he's preaching, he always like, can I go deeper? And I'm like, yes, you can. So in this book, I dive deeper into those principles and really teach you how you can take them and use them as a professional and in your personal life.
Oh, I need a book.
I need a book.
I need a book.
I need a copy of the
I need a book. Yeah.
It's your birthday. That's yours.
Oh, Dr. Joy, you only brought one copy.
I got you.
Okay,
all right now.
It's your birthday. You got it.
So
that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Joy, when it comes to being a life and success coach, what is the most challenging part and what is the most rewarding part of what you do?
I'm going to keep it all the way 100
Please
and transparent.
do. Yes.
When you're an entrepreneur, this is not a hobby.
No.
I'm doing this to get paid.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm purpose driven and I love the Lord, but I needs a check.
Exactly.
And so I would say the biggest part is really how do you create a sustainable business?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a one-hit wonder.
Right.
So people may see all the pretty pictures and the reels on Instagram, but the real work happens behind the scenes, coming up with sustainable business models for success. So that would be the most challenging aspect.
Okay.
The most freeing and amazing part is the flexibility. I'm able to be a boss, hang out with the both of you, and still have enough time to pick up my kids from the car line.
Not the car line.
From the car line, riding through, in the whip, okay?
Not the car line. Jesus, and that line is long.
Too long.
That's a whole
But that's what I love.
Yeah.
I can go to my child's field trip. We have one scheduled next week. They're going to St. Augustine, all the fourth graders. And then I can still do keynote speeches and help people to start their own businesses as well. So I love that flexibility and I love the freedom that entrepreneurship offers me.
Okay, come on, answers.
I tried. I had to get ready for y'all. I was ready.
You know we bring it. Okay. So you work with some of the top brands and athletic brands at that. So if you're looking at an athletic brand, you would say to yourself, oh my God, this is already a big brand. How do you help them even maximize their brand to go higher?
So I love that word that you just said, higher. We have to first unpack what does higher look like. Where do you see your company, your brand, your image 5 years from now, 10 years from now? That's what we want to tap into. We're in this day and age where everybody wants what's hot, but the truth is you can be hot now and not later. And so I come in and I help these brands, I help these athletes that have all these huge followers to figure out, what you're doing now is cute. It's getting you some followers, but this is short-lived.
Right.
You want to make sure you're bringing in sustainable income with your brand, and that's what we strategize and come up with.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So,
that's awesome.
Speaking of going higher,
Yes.
what's next for Dr. Keita Joy? What's next for you?
What's next? So honestly, I am so grateful just living in my lane and activating my purpose every day. I have a Success Uncensored podcast that I launched before, but we are going to be relaunching it again soon. So stay tuned. I have lots of keynote speeches coming up in the summertime. So stay tuned. I'll be on the big stage in front of like 500 or so people.
That's awesome.
I'm excited about that. I have, big corporations that I'm working with, like the USTA, the US Tennis Association. Kind of impact all of that.
Yes.
And then honestly, what I help people to understand is you have to figure out your balance, whatever that is. And so you're going to see me investing in my children. They're 9 and 11, and that matters to me.
Wow.
That's good.
Helping them to be their best in sports because they're active in basketball and track and making sure they're loving God. That's important to me.
Gone for the holidays, so I didn't have his little help around the house, so he came back last night.
I'm sure he was excited to get back home.
He was.
Yeah.
And so was the dog.
Oh, Tyson was gone.
Tyson has a whole jail cell. So my husband found this new cage.
Okay.
And it literally looks like a jail cell. I have to take a picture and
You
bring it
need to
tomorrow.
take a picture.
It's so sad.